Okay, today we're going to be talking about 8 signs that your affair partner is getting serious towards committing to you and cleaning up his current relationship, whether it be his wife, with the relationship with his marriage, his wife, or with another partner. So today we're going to be discussing signs that it's really moving forward. And I feel like when you're in these situations, it can be confusing because there is a lot of, say, commitments and promises, and then yet there's a lot of doubt or a lot of stuckness or a lot of fear or a lot of anxiety. And so we really need to weed through a lot of that in order to see where is this going. If you're new to this channel, my name is Kate London, and I support women that are in affair relationships through the pain and confusion of living a double life. Let's get straight into it. Number one is that you find out actions or commitments that he has made after he has already taken action on them. So, for example, he's had a conversation with someone. He's had a conversation with the wife, and he's discussed specifically the intention of leaving. That's one example. But what he is coming to you with is actually forward action that is proving that he's actually taking action towards cleaning up his life in order to move in the direction of committing to you. Again, what we find in these situations is that there's these beautiful pictures, and understandably so. You paint these pictures of the lifestyle that you could create, the beautiful maybe family or the house that you could live in, and all of that without actually any action or momentum forward. And so you can create pictures in your mind so damn quickly towards, say, for example, if you want to win the lottery, you could think about all the ways that you'd spend the money instantly without ever actually winning the lottery. And so you've gone in an instant, in 5 seconds, you've gone around the world, you've gone on yachts, you've traveled with the family, but you've never actually won the money. And the reason why I say this is because when you're in these affair experiences, what I often hear women get stuck on or communicate is essentially the fairy tale lifestyle that you're going to create together, and yet there's no real forward action that has been taken yet in order to move this fairy tale lifestyle in the direction of fruition. Number one, he takes action and then tells you about it, as opposed to telling you about the action and then you waiting for him to take action on that particular piece. Number two is you don't feel circular pattern. Often in these experiences is women just feel like they're going round in circles. We've had this conversation before. I've been up and now I'm down again, and just feeling like, oh my God, is this ever going anywhere? I feel like I'm going round in circles. If you feel free or absent from this feeling, then this is a really good sign, because we don't want circles. We don't want to be going around in circles without actually having any forward progress. So if you are free from this feeling, then that's a really good sign. Number three is he will say no to you. And this can obviously feel like, oh my gosh, feels like rejection in a way, but he's saying no to protect your heart. So you see that the man has boundaries of, this needs to happen first before I give myself to you in this way. I cannot give myself to you in this way without properly cleaning up XYZ. This is one, a man who knows exactly what he wants. He's clean, he's an integrity, but also he's protecting you. He's protecting your heart. He's not giving himself or committing himself in a way that is leaving you open-hearted and vulnerable without him actually taking any forward progress on cleaning up his life. And so if he has boundaries, if he says no, if he can say, we need to organize this first, we need to follow through with this first, we cannot speak to each other in this way, we cannot be intimate, all of these things, it really shows that he's very intentional about moving through with this process, as opposed to like, let's just catch up, let's just have sex without taking any forward action. Now, what I do want to highlight here is it's all in the energy. And if you feel that he's saying no, but it really doesn't make you feel good, he might be saying no sometimes and it makes you craving for him, and then he says yes sometimes, and then so there's no real consistency to that. That is an unconscious control tactic that is extremely unhealthy. So notice where the man is, your man is very boundaried in a respectful way, or is he rigid in a controlling way? There's a big difference between the two. Number four comes off the back of number three is you don't feel anxious. Now, it's not to say that you're free from anxiety. And in reality, affair relationships just create anxiety because there's a lot of things feeling out of alignment. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's secrecy. It's unsafe in a way. And so, emotionally unsafe. And so, when you're feeling unsafe in that way, you feel anxious. However, if a man is fully committing to you and taking forward steps in a way that feels good, you're going to be a lot more free from anxiety than if there's a lot of inconsistency. What creates anxiety is noticing his absence. What creates anxiety is noticing his unavailability. What creates anxiety is him guarding his heart in a way that you don't know the honest truth of where he orients in this dynamic. If he's very forward, very clear about his intentions, very calculated though, and setting healthy boundaries, then this actually creates a nice foundation of safety for you to land in, knowing that this man has got it sorted. I know it's messy. I know it was unexpected. However, he's navigating a messy situation in a very mature way. If that is not going on, then you're going to be very anxious. You're going to be wondering, like, what creates anxiety is this wondering, is this confusion, is this like unsafety of where is this going, what's happening, what's he doing. I can't fully predict his actions. That creates a lack of safety. And so notice if you're feeling quite free from anxiety and feeling quite secure in yourself, your partner creates a level of security in you, an extreme level of security in you. And if you feel his commitment and he is secure in himself, then that security will be rubbing off on you and you will feel free from anxiety. Number five is that you're not compromising yourself. Often, when we are not certain that we have their love, we will give up things in order to make sure that we can keep this love flowing. It's like if we say no to things, or if we want to go out to an event that our like a friend invited us to, but what happens if that was the only night that we can see him? And then if we can't see him, then what will that mean about the relationship? If you're compromising yourself, then that in itself we need to watch. But if you're feeling like you can fully be like, no, I'm going to go see a friend. No, I want to do this. No, this does not feel good for me. No, I do not want to have sex until you've actually ended your relationship. All of these things, if you have the ability to say no and not compromise on your values or your needs or your desires in any given day, then that's a really good sign. It's a really good sign that actually, this will go into the next one, he respects you. If you can say no and he is respectful of you, then that is an amazing sign. And going into the sign of respect is, does he really take you into consideration with all his decisions, with all his actions, with his availability or his unavailability? And I'm not talking emotional availability here. I'm talking about when a married man has other commitments, is he taking your heart into consideration? Is he respecting that you have an emotional investment into this relationship and really taking you into consideration? And number eight is he takes care of your heart. This one is, if you want to remember one, this is the biggest one. Does he really cradle your heart? Does he hold it with care? Is he very intentional about your feelings and making sure that you feel grounded, secure, seen, chosen, validated through all the emotions? Affairs are messy. Affairs bring up a range of emotions. And so we want to make sure that, is our man, despite the messiness, really protecting us, honoring our emotions, being available to the messiness? Is he honoring you? Is he looking out for all of those emotions and then being like, okay, How can I show up in the best way to support you and these emotions that are playing out? Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that he's available because he's married, he has other commitments, but is he communicating how available he can be to you so that you feel grounded and secure in his commitment to you? These in itself are signs of a healthy, mature masculine. And so, in a lot of these affair relationships, sometimes there's an absence of these signs. And so, if this resonates to you or resonates with you, then this is a beautiful sign, because it's a beautiful sign that he's really taking some serious action in honoring you and committing to you. If there is an absence of these signs and you do feel ungrounded, emotionally unsafe, confused, overwhelmed, in doubt, then please do reach out to me. Even if you feel these signs and you feel secure in the next steps, but you're just wondering, how can we navigate a change in chapter in a really healthy way? That too, absolutely reach out if you want support through this process so that we can hold you through this transition in a healthy way. I hope that helps. Bye for now.